Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here today. It's October 10th and it's Friday. Everybody's getting ready for a big weekend outdoors, and we're going to get you set up for what you can do and all kind of different things that's going on here. So let's first of all, weather, always brought to us by Haney Technical Center at the corner of Baldwin and Highway 77. It's going to be high of 86, low of 66, water temperature staying at 79 degrees. It's been that pretty basic all week. It's just been a really nice week, and we hope it continues on into the weekend. The tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn Funeral Home and Cemetery. We talked about these really nice tides. You're looking on today on Friday. We're looking at a low tide at 7:52 and a high tide at 10:39 tonight. That full moon was Wednesday night. It was brilliant, beautiful full moon. It was a harvest moon. We hadn't talked about it a whole lot, but it was really nice. And even the early morning rise, if you're up there, if you get up as early as I do, and you can see the moon as it's setting too, it's really been beautiful. So, but let's get ready to talk about what's going on the weekend. Let's go ahead and look at our fishing game times, because a lot of times on Friday I get in such a big rush, we just forget to do it. So I want to go ahead and take our time and let's do it right. This is brought to us by Mark Coward of Edgewater Beach Realty, and we're looking at our times at 2:06 a.m. to 4:06, and tonight we're looking at, or this afternoon, 2:33 to 4:33. It's some good times and all. If we get any kind of cloud cover now, I know a lot of folks want to get into floundering, but floundering will be going to be really good next week as the moon starts going down and getting early and have some dark nights. So flounder is going to be some exciting times. Also want to mention the sunrise is at 6:41 this morning, and the sun sets at 6:17 tonight. So be aware of that. I know a lot of high school football going around. Get a chance to run and watch a good ball game. Take advantage of it. I can promise you somebody knows somebody between the cheerleaders and the band and the football players, or just the folks at the school, and go by support your high school team all throughout your community and do what you can to help them out. That's a good tradition we have here in the Florida Panhandle. All right, I got on the phone with Seaquarters Marina, talked to folks over there, and I got a good report of some exciting stuff going on over there in Carabel. So we'll talk about that later. Also got a pier report right before I came on air. So all kind of things we're going to say for our famous Friday fishing forecast. So let's go ahead and take our first break, and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. We're always talking about all the outdoor stuff to do in October. It's just a busy time of year for all kinds of things going on. Let's just refresh ourselves, make sure we know we can keep up with it. Now, first of all, Captain Rick Corley is going to be out tomorrow at Captain Anderson's from 1 to 5. They're having a little festival out there, so get a chance to go there and see all kinds of things going on, not just Captain Rick. So get a chance to run out there and check with him. Also, the Elizabeth Bardolph Memorial Tournament, we talked about that. We've had Jeff on. It's today and tomorrow. The restoration is today and the fishing tomorrow. Run by and support that, folks. It'll be down at Sunjammers in St. Andrew. You don't have to fish it, but they have all kinds of things you can bid on and win all kind of neat prizes. And it's going to be, we're going to have a crew down there covering it, and we're going to have some video on that next week. So get a chance to run down there and cover that. Also, the shooting range is opening up today, Bay County Shooting Range. Everybody's excited about that, and we're going to talk about that, but a little soft grand opening day, but a great time to sight in your guns and all before hunt season. I mean, a lot of us go out and shoot at tin cans and all that, but this is, we're going to sort of dress it up now and really have a place to really get it sighted in, and a really safe place, and really proud of Bay County for getting this done. So that's over there in West Bay, so you get a chance to run over there and do that. In addition, next Tuesday night, the Wild Beast Feast now will be coming on at Highland Park Baptist Church, starting at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and speakers at 7. And it's going to be a lot of fun to get a chance to go out there and fellowship and get those tickets, run by the church office, and give them a call. So all kind of things going on. So, it was exciting to talk about these things, have these guests on the show. Anytime you have some kind of festival or festivity or something going on, just, you're welcome to send me a poster, and if we have room or time, we can come have you on the show if it's something good and wholesome like these things we're doing and all, and we'll do all we can to help promote it and And because, you know, those are just win-win situations for our Florida Panhandle, all different places doing different kind of things. So anything pertaining to outdoors or along those lines, we'll be glad to help promote it for you. Folks wanting to see these, they can't get over these frog pictures that we showed on Wednesday morning show. We had a situation where we showed these big frogs, and Bo and McGuffin. We're going to have to show these again. I know you normally show pictures twice, but folks talking about these big frogs. This is Bo and McGuffin. This is coming out of Jackson County. He and Greg Gladden and some of those boys that they're playing baseball now at Gulf Coast as freshmen. And I'm going to show you, people can get over the size of these. And, of course, the number of them. You see they're stretching all the way across the tailgate, and I mean the ice chest, and that's a lot of them. But here, he did a smart thing now. He actually put a ruler down to measure these, and that's a 12-inch frog, okay? And that's some big, healthy frog legs right there. So this is a great time of year to go frog gigging. Late summer, early fall, you know, they've been fattening up all summer long, and it's before it gets too cold, now is a good time to go. So people just were fascinated with the size of those frogs. I want to show them one more time. Okay, now real quick, we talked about this before on Panhandle Outdoors. In fact, I did a little 2 or 3 minute video on it one time, and this time of year, we're talking about the migratory route of you know, the fish and the birds and just, you know, it's in general. But one of the greatest spectacles in the world, and I've done some research on this, is a monarch butterfly migration. I mean, it's been documented across America and all, and we have a piece of it coming through our Panhandle area where the monarch butterflies, they start up in Ohio and come on down, and actually some of them are way up in Canada. And it's really a fascinating thing, and I was doing some research on it, looking at it last night, because I'm not going to show you in the video, but we have some great pictures. Right now they're resting along the Gulf Coast before they'll actually catch some currents and going into Mexico, and that's where they winters in Mexico. But what's fascinating, or really not fascinating, sort of sad, the area it's gotten smaller and smaller, the area they migrate in. I was looking at this, in 1996, when they migrated, they covered 45 acres of land. There's 45 acres of forest land that was just full. I mean, that may not sound like a lot to you, but some of them they're on trees, and they're just covered with trees and all. So 45 acres. It has dwindled down now. In fact, this year the scientists and the biologists are in 2013. In fact, 2013, it had dwindled down to 1.65 acres of forest land and all where they coming in. So you can see that is a huge. I mean, it's really declining on that. They don't really know any special reason. You know, they know things going in cycle, but a little concerned of this because it's just plummeted each year from, you know, you're talking about from 45 acres to 1.6 acres from 1996 to 2013. So they're interested to see what they do in 2014 when they actually study it. But scientists always call it one of the greatest spectacles in nature in the world is a monarch butterfly migration, and it's fascinating. If you get along the Gulf Coast right now, you can see them piling up. If you got any kind of flowers, of course, the big thing they like is milkweed, and they're saying this is one of the things now. The milkweed has been, we don't have a lot of milkweed flower, and that's really what they prefer to get is milkweed. So if you want to plant some milkweed, this time of year they really do use that a lot. Okay, so I just wanted to mention that it doesn't have anything to do with hunting and fishing, but it has something to do with our great outdoors. Is the monarch butterfly migration. All right, let's take our break. We'll come right back. Welcome back. So glad you're with us on this Friday morning. I know you're excited about the weekend as I am. But first, we mentioned this a while back. I want to mention it again now. This is really a neat idea. A great way to win $10,000. I know some of y'all are talking about you might need some money for buying your boat or something, or buying your new gun. Innovations in life jacket design. This is really cool. This is Boat US Foundation, and the deadline is April the 15th. Now, you can remember that day because that's the tax deadline also of next year. But if you can design a new life jacket or something, you can win 10 grand. So go to boatus.org and get the information there. Boating safety, and it's really a neat way to do things. So it's open to anybody, and I'm going to show that to my students and all. You just never know. So go ahead and give it a try. Okay. Now let's get ready for our drawing Every Friday, as you know, we like to draw, and I get some of the best emails and phone calls off this drawing. I just get a kick out of it. Folks are so appreciative and so excited, and I guess I would be too, to win a big old red snapper or $20 at a fish market. So it's a good thing. Appreciate Tarpon Dock Seafood for being such a big sponsor. That's Greg Abrams, and he's got a good crew down there. I know all the boys who work down there, and they work hard and do a good job supplying us with fresh seafood. We can't always catch them all the time. Now, first drawing, of course, will always be the $20 gift certificate. Okay, $20, and I'm going to go right down here, and the winner is going to be from Lynn Haven, Matt Miller from Lynn Haven. We haven't had a Lynn Haven winner in a while. That $20 is for, okay, now this is going to be for the big red snapper, and pull it out. I'd like to go to the bottom and pick it up. Okay, this winner right here, Pam Hutton from the Great Loop. Okay, Pam, they're the ones that make the loop. She may not be able to get this. She may be out of town, but she told me she was going to watch it on YouTube, and next time she's down. So that's interesting. They're the sailboat people that come in from the Great Lakes, make the Great Loop around, and they watch the show. So it's amazing when people watch the show on all different places. So Pam, if you get a chance to see that, call me and let me know. If you're not going to come down in a while, I will give that to somebody else. But okay. And let's go ahead now. What we got coming up next is a video. This is a great time of year to fish around Eagle Harbor down St. Joe Bay, and I'm fishing here with Dr. John Wolfenden, one of my neighbors, and we just had a great time. We catch this time of year you catch such a variety of fish when you go fishing. So this is October fishing down at Eagle Harbor. Jeff, let's run this one, and we'll come back with a fishing forecast. All right, folks, getting ready to go fishing. Here at the Cape, I'm going fishing with my neighbor over here, Dr. John Wolfenden, and good to see you again.
Yes, sir.
Now, you're originally from
Palatka.
Been a doctor in Palatka for a long time.
Correct.
And we've been talking about going fishing now for a couple of years, but we finally narrowed it down.
Right.
What's our game plan? What we're going to try to do?
We're going to catch 5 o'clock redfish over in Eagle Harbor in St. Joe Bay.
Well, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, so let's go. Let's go give it a try. All right. Now, John, what about the name Bawana?
Bawana?
Well, how do we get the name for the boat?
Well, my brother-in-law gave me that name because he's a city slicker and I'm a redneck, and I taught him a little bit about how to fish, so he thought I was sort of like Tarzan. That's where Buana comes from. You watched Tarzan when you were a kid.
All right. Get down here at Eagle Harbor. It looks beautiful out there. All right, Dr. John. We've been here, what, 5 minutes? 5 minutes. He's bringing one in. Nice little redfish.
Redfish. That's okay.
That's starting off there.
There you go.
Good job.
All right.
Pretty red. Right here in Eagle Harbor.
Let go of my hook. Thank you. There he is.
Good job.
Go back to your mama.
There you go. Folks, look at my first fish. That's not fair. You get a redfish, and look what I get, Doc.
Well, we can't keep either one.
No, I don't want to keep this one. But he put on a show now. He did some good tail walking. All right, John.
Get your head up. Another little redfish. We don't want little redfish.
We're catching some nice little redfish.
We want big redfish.
All right.
Sharp or a red.
Here it comes.
I didn't know. Is that that's a redfish.
That is it, folks. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it.
That is a big redfish.
There's a huge redfish out there. Now I got this.
That's the same one that was swimming around, isn't it?
This one right here.
Where'd he go?
He went over that way. There's a huge redfish right over there. I don't know if I rigged. We're not rigged. He'd just keep going if we caught him. What you got there, Doc?
No, we're not showing.
You want us to edit that one? All right, folks, got another red here. Another little one, but a pretty one. Okay. I'm turning my nice. And we get them out. The dog, now, do you have surgeon's hands?
I do.
What kind of doctor were you?
Pelvic reconstruction.
Pelvic reconstruction. Well, are you now retired, or are you still?
Oh, I've been retired. I'm too old to be doing that.
Have you ever treated anybody falling out of a tree stand?
No.
Got another one.
Yeah, he's short. Jump.
Pretty trout. I don't know.
He might measure.
He might measure.
It's a little bigger than that.
All right, you doing good, Doc. John, what do you think I got on, buddy?
You got a nice redfish there, man.
Well, he's out there, folks. We've had him hooked about a good 5 minutes. You can see him out there, right to the right of the sun rays. I'm just trying to get a nice redfish. We may or may not get him, but he's been on. He's giving us a good fight.
Yeah, he's coming around now where you're
Coming
going to see
around.
him.
I'm gonna have to put the camera down real. Okay, folks, we'll talk about a variety of fish. I want you to look like the doctor just pulled in. Look at that little grouper. And that's what, look at that. He just had them hooked in it. Beautiful.
So what kind of grouper is that?
That would be a black grouper.
Black
And they're growing up, and they'll start here in the bay and work their way on out deeper water.
We catch a lot of them a little smaller than that. In
Yeah.
here. He'd be a nice little fillet.
Go ahead now.
Winston finally got a fish in the boat.
I've got a couple of them.
He's
Look
let
at this.
3 or 4 go.
Check this out, folks. Look at this mackerel. That is a nice mackerel right there. It's amazing. Look at those teeth.
He's as long as my arm. Look at that.
Goodness gracious. And we fought him a while now. It's amazing those teeth didn't cut that. And that's a short shank hook.
He will bite you.
He will bite you. Yes, he will.
He ain't gonna bite me.
Folks, it's amazing the variety of fish, John, that we've caught out of here. That is one spot.
Open up, dude.
That's just like you operating on those hip replacements and all.
Yeah.
Oh, got him out. Hold him up there.
Nice fish.
All right, I'm proud of that one. I got to get a helmet cam. I couldn't film. I was scared to film while I was catching them because they did a while ago. We lost that big redfish. All right. It is. John, can you remember, can we rehash about how many different fish we have caught, different varieties? What all have we caught now?
We caught ladyfish, we caught 2 groupers, we caught
Trout.
speckled trout, we caught a big Spanish mackerel, we caught 3 or 4 small redfish, and Winston had 2 really nice big redfish break off.
Yes.
Because he had his drag set too tight.
We've had a great afternoon, but I sure have enjoyed this trip.
Doesn't get any better than this.
It is beautiful out here. All right, folks, Panhandle Outdoors. Dr. John Woofenden. I'm Winston Chester. Wrapping up our fishing trip. We'll see you next time on Panhandle Outdoors. Welcome back, and welcome to our famous Friday fishing forecast brought to us by Tarpon Dock Seafood. We got all kind of exciting things. I'm going to start down here in Caribou. Right before the show now, I talked to the pier, and I talked to Sea Quarters Marina just to get the latest information down there. And Kim is running the marina down there at this time of day, and she was telling me that they had a show put on this past Sunday. They were all kind of bull sharks in the river. And what she was talking about now, I want to show you exactly where they're located. Okay, if you can zoom on in here, this is the marina is like right in here. Okay, she said what has happened. They started noticing a tarpon was jumping all along through here. Tarpon just jumping all over the place, and they started going on. And they're located right here. They're all sitting on the dock and on that front porch where the rocking chairs are. And these bull sharks, all of a sudden, they realized when the tarpon was jumping, that bull sharks, about 3 big old bull sharks, were chasing these tarpon all through here. She said they just had a great show of just, and I wish we'd had a video camera going on down there. That would have been exciting. But it tells you what's going on now. That could be going on Apalachicola Bay. It could be going on all different bay systems. These bull sharks are chasing those fish up in the fresh water. and a lot of stuff going on. But she said, I asked her what people are catching. In addition to that, she said the redfish bite has been phenomenal, all right out here in the mouth, right out here in the mouth of the river. On the backside of Georgia Island, she said also the RV park over here. I mentioned this last week. The folks at the RV park are catching some pompano right through here, and they're catching them on jigs, also on sardines. And but the river fishing and catching shrimp. Now let's move on down here real quick. I talked to the pier, Panama City Beach Pier. They're having the Beach Pier and County Pier tournament, and they're doing a good job. This past week, the winning king, they fished against for the month of October. They haven't sent us a lot of information on it, to be honest with you. So we're going to have to dig it out, but Carrie's so good about giving us this info and what they're doing. The county pier is competing against the city pier for the month of October. It's a weekend tournament only, and the winning king this past week was 20 pounds. There are 4 fish. The pompano was one of them. It was 2.69 pounds. You can catch one bigger than that. Flounder was 2.4 pounds, and I think the Spanish was 4.5 pounds. So that's what was caught there. So check out that tournament there. It's going to be a lot of fun. Locals can enter, tourists can enter. It's really for everybody. But he said off the pier now, it's been a good morning bite of kings and redfish in the morning. and afternoon, they've been catching some Spanish, and also the Spanish have been pretty steady off the pier. So pier fishing is excellent near the month of October. So you get an opportunity to go pier fishing on the county pier or the city pier. It's going to be good. He said a lot of fall breakers are down, and from different places, Kentucky and Arkansas and all, and they're just loving fishing out there. So just get a chance to go out there. Now my time's going to run short today, and so you can go online and check out the fishing report. I'll have a lot more of it. Blair Morgan reported Wednesday that the fishing has been steady in the surf, but St. Joe Bay is still slow, so it's going to kick off anytime here in the St. Andrew Bay system. Mullet, I've seen so many mullet this past week off my dock, and there are a lot of mullet out there, so mullet fishing, we're getting excited. There's still some redfish was caught up at Deer Point Dam. The blue crabs, so again, they're still thick, and they're in good shape out there. And the pompano is real slow right now at the State Park Pier. And the Destin, over there in Destin, a big fishing rodeo is going on over there. So Choctaw Bay, I did not get a report on it. Okay, I got to wrap it up. You have a great weekend. Do something good for someone today. Enjoy the great outdoors, and God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.